Hey guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to share with you what I did with mentoring and one lesson I did teach in a mentoring session with a PT regarding consultations and how to have higher conversions when you are dealing with new members that have joined the gym and you sort of want to increase your conversions. So one of the PTs I was speaking to today in Driven had a hard time converting and getting a lot of objections when it comes to offering PT and getting them on board and across the line. And the one thing I always bring it back to is adding value. First, you need to show value and showcase your expertise through exercises and ways to help them. In the sense of a PT client and showing them continuing PT, you need to show value in the sense of what is their goals? What are you trying to help with? Can you prove it? Have you proved it? And have you convinced the client, to continue with you because they can trust you and believe you can get them to their goals? So by showcasing value, you're going to do that by working on a thing called weakness training. So this is a term I use when you are doing consultations and free sessions. First of all, in these sessions, they're not necessarily PT sessions. They're an opportunity for you to show value and showcase your skills to then put your PT hat on and deliver results. At the moment in these sessions, we have our sales hat on. So weakness training. To do weakness training, you first need to find a weakness or goal. Okay, that's where premise starts from. So you need to have a consultation, you need to chat to them, you need to find their goal, you need to find their weaknesses, you need to find how you can help and why. Why do they have that goal? Okay, if you can connect with them and have a better understanding of why they want that goal, why they want to lose weight, build muscle, run a marathon, you're going to connect on an emotionally on another level, and it's going to set up your relationship for the future to have a successful client that gets results. If you find a goal, awesome. How can you add value to that? So what are you going to show them to add value to that? What are you going to show them in terms of weakness training to add value? And I'm going to use an analogy here or an example to make it easier to understand when I say the word weakness training. Imagine you're a client of, you're a prospect, you reached out to me, you came in for a chat, we're doing the consultation process, you tell me that you're really good at bench press and you suck at squats and you just want to overall get stronger. Cool, so we know the goal, all right? You really want to get strong. Now, in terms of the weakness training, me adding value, if I went out and showed you squats, or what did I say? If I said you're really good at bench press and you sucked at squats. So if I went out and showed you bench press and you were really good at bench press and I told you you're really good and I was like, damn, your feet are in the right spot, your hands are in the right spot, you're moving your shoulders really well, it looks safe, happy days. Do you want to continue PT? I reckon we should continue. They're going to say no because I just pretty much put them on a pedestal and said that they don't need my help essentially. So I didn't add any value. Now, if you flip the script and say they said they weren't very good at squats. So then I went out and took them on squats. I told them that, look, your knees aren't in the right spot, your hips aren't in the right spot, like your back's curving, we need to work on this, we need to work on that, blah, 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 blah. And then I say, let's continue PT because your squats need working on. We need to work on X, Y, and Z. And how we're going to do that is through X, Y, and Z. Let's continue. How does that sound? The likelihood they do continue is going to go through the roof compared to the bench press scenario. Purely because I added value and I called out what they were doing wrong and how we're going to fix it. So that's how I'm adding value. So that's a term of weakness training I like to focus on and target when I'm in consultations. Now, you might not be able to target weakness training or know a weakness of theirs by doing the consult. You might not be getting much information. You might be digging deep, but you're only getting a goal and you're not really sure how to work on it. That's where a movement screen comes in hand. If you're not sure their weaknesses, you got their goal, but you're not really sure their weaknesses, take them out on the floor, do them a movement screen, do a shoelace test, do a overhead squat, do stuff that you know you can add value with. So if you aren't an expert in the field of posture, don't be giving advice on posture. If you're an expert in the field of strength, then do strength exercises where you know your shit. Because then when you add value, you're over delivering and you're coming across as an expert in that field. And that's how they're going to trust you and see a lot of value in you. Now, when you do the movement screen, you'll be able to see what they need help with and what you can help improve on. And again, you just highlight it. So, oh, look, like we keep falling over on the shoelace test. Let's try this exercise. This is going to help that. Balance is going to get worse over as we go on and get older. We don't get it now. So let's continue let's do some PT so we can really fix this and make sure you get strong and all that other good stuff as well. So that's the sort of way you want to flow with a consultation. Now, there is times where to increase conversions, I was speaking with the PT as well, is you need to be very adaptive in the consultation. It's good to have a guideline. It's good to have a script that you sort of know your big pillars, but you also want to be adaptive. You need to make sure you're building the correct amount of rapport to the individual. So if someone's a bit more shy and introverted, you may need to build a bit more rapport at the beginning, take a little bit longer for them to open up. What I always ask is why to everything. So if you've ever done a consult with me or you're one of my PTs, you know I preach why. Like, there's been a moment that has triggered an individual to come into the gym and sign up and reach out to a PT. What was that, right? If we can find that out, we're going to have a better relationship. And the way I teach consultations and PT in general is we sell goals, not sessions. The quality of your clients and the results you can deliver your clients is going to be far better if you sell goals, not sessions. Going in with that mindset changes the whole perspective of the way you approach PT and the way you sell. And also, like, when you are asking the questions in the consult, ask open-ended questions and pause. Don't feel like you have to fill in the gaps, right? You want to do 20% of the talking. You want to lead the conversation. You want to lead the way, but you don't want to be talking and asking them questions and answering for them. You want, because that's not their answers. That's not them giving you the correct answers. So we want them to sort of say what's on their mind. If you pause and you have longer breaks and give that space, they will fill it in with what they want to say. Next is pre-framing. So one thing I like to do at the start of every consultation is definitely set up the premise of the free session, the PT pack, or whatever it is I'm going to pre-frame and set up the conversation as essentially this is a chat and we're going to do a few exercises to see if I can actually help you, because I may not be able to help, because it's true. Every client that comes in, I may not be able to help, and I want to tell them that so they know that I'm not just here looking for money or taking anyone with a pulse and a credit card on board. I'm looking at people I can actually help and give results. This will help you in achieving success with the members, in resulting in their sales and defense wars being taken down, because you pretty much openly said, like, look, like, I won't have an answer if I can help you until the end of these sessions. And then by you saying that, the conversation becomes a lot more non-salesy, and there's no sort of thinking about that. And then when in the post frame, when you say you can help them, they light up, because before you wasn't able to, and now you can. And if you're confident you can, and you believe you can, and you can tell them why, then awesome, you just gained a new client. Yeah, portraying confidence like that and sort of leading the conversation is one crucial way I find that leads to a high conversion rate in consultation. Now, there is sort of many other aspects of the consultation that takes place and can be a priority, like the flow makes the clients feel a lot more comfortable. There's heaps of aspects, but that's my big pillars, and that's what I was teaching one of my PTs today, and we're doing a bit of role play to really nail that down, because this sales process is your bread and butter. It's the way you make business, it's your way you make money, it's what sets up clients to stay with you for a long time, and it also allows you to not churn clients, so you can just focus on PT opposed to constantly chasing sales. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. I'll catch you in the next week. Keep striving.